Hello, readers. Welcome back to Quarantine Literacy. We are doing a wonderful week out in nature. We are reading books about nature. We're reading books where characters enter the natural world. We're just taking a moment, a break from city life, from work life, from school life, and we're just immersing ourselves in the natural world, plants, animals, etc. Today we're going to read one of my favorite books. We've already read a story from this book, but this is one of the books from the Frog and Toad series by Arnold Lobel, and this one is called Frog and Toad Are Friends. We're going to read the book, the story called Spring. There are a number of stories in this book, but this one is called Spring. And I thought it would be appropriate because that's the season that we are in. We are in the season of spring. That's a season. It has to do with the natural world around us. The seasons are changing. It affects the trees, the grass, the wildlife that's around. So we're going to just read a fun story about Frog and Toad thinking about and planning for spring. Spring. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer. "Toad, Toad," shouted Frog, "wake up! It is spring!" "Blah," said a voice from inside the house. "Toad, Toad," cried Frog, "the sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up!" "I am not here," said the voice. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. "Toad, where are you?" called Frog. "Go away," said the voice from a corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. He had pulled the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of the bed. He pushed him out of the house and onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. "Help," said Toad. "I cannot see anything." "Oh, don't be silly," said Frog. "What you see is the clear, warm light of April, and it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad." "Think of it," said Frog. "We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. In the evenings, we will sit right here on this front porch and count the stars." It's true, you guys. The spring brings many wonderful outdoor activities that you can do. One of them is staying outside late at night because it's not too cold and you can look up at the sky and count the stars, and it is a marvelous thing to do. "You can count them, Frog," said Toad. "I will be too tired. I am going back to bed." Toad is not feeling it. He's like, "Yeah, enjoy the spring. I'm going back to sleep." Toad went back into the house. He got into the bed. He pulled the covers over his head again. "But Toad," cried Frog, "you will miss all the fun." "Listen, Frog," said Toad. "How long have I been asleep?" "You have been asleep since November," said Frog. "Well then," said Toad, "a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about 1/2 past May. Good night, Frog." So Toad is like, I am not done hibernating. Could you come back later? But Toad, said Frog, I will be lonely until then. Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page, tore off the December page, January page, February page, March page. He came to the April page. And he tore off the April page too. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. Toad, Toad, wake up! It is May now. What? Said Toad. Can it be May so soon? Well, yes, said Frog. Look at your calendar. Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. Why, it is May, said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. Oh, that rapscallion Frog. He so badly wanted his best friend Toad to be awake and to enjoy the spring with him that he pretended it was a whole month later than it actually was. I just love the idea of getting excited about the next season because that's totally how I am, you guys. I am like, when it's winter, I enjoy winter because I love the snow and I love all the holidays. And then I get so excited for spring. And then it's spring and I enjoy the flowers and I enjoy the gardening. And then I'm like so thrilled for summer, right? Because I'm like, oh, it's just like so hot and I can swim and I can go fishing and I can like go on hikes and I can stay up late because it's still warm in the evenings. I can go camping. And then summer ends and I'm so excited for fall because I love it when the weather just turns a little cooler and all the leaves start changing color and it gets to be all that like holiday season. I'm a sucker for the holidays. So I thought I would share that story, even though it's not really about them going out into nature, but it's like about them sort of appreciating the way that the seasons change and the natural order of things. So I hope that you will get excited about the season that you are in, whether it's spring, summer, fall, or winter. Just enjoy the natural world and what it has to offer in this moment. Okay, readers, I will see you tomorrow. Until then, bye.